Good morning, good morning, good morning. Abs in the building, waffle. Here we go. We saying people, man. It's another beautiful morning. Thursday, the 30th of January. Nearly at the end of the month, people. One more day. Saturday, 1st of February, 2nd of the month. Let's get it. Anyway, without further ado, let's go into the match reaction for Girona versus Arsenal, Champions League group stage, last game. Anyway, my thoughts were negative yesterday. I thought that we were going to go into this game, we were going to get beat up yesterday. And you know what? Within a few minutes, or we kind of started the game okay. Let's be real. Yeah, we started the game lively. We've got our triangles going on. Our passing and all that was really good. We had a few chances with Trossard, and the movement was very good. I thought Sterling started the game pretty positive. And yeah, we were looking great in the first half until the 28th minute. And Danjuma is a player that is a very good player. He's quick, and his movement is exceptional. And that one moment in the game, as let's start with the starting lineup first. And I'm all over the place already, but let's talk about the starting lineup first. So we went with Neto in goal, Partey as right back, disaster, Kivior, Gabriel, Calafiori at the back. In midfield, we had Odegaard, Jorginho, Moreno, and up top, we had Trossard in the middle, Sterling on the left, and Wanyeri on the right. So that was the team that we started off with. Not the greatest team, but that's what we went with, and that's how it is. So back to the point of the game, where first half, 28th minute. I don't know where we had a high line, and I don't know where Partey was, but all they did is just played a ball through. And Partey was just, I don't know what he was doing, whether he was smoking a cigarette, having a coffee or whatever, but the ball just went past him. And Danjuma was just first to react. Danjuma still had a lot to do from outside the area. He was like 30 yards or something outside the area. But the keeper was literally playing as a centre-back outside the area. And the worst thing is, he goes to dive outside the area. So hold on. If you had saved that, you would have got booked anyway. But the keeping positioning was absolutely terrible. And you know what? Danjuma was able to curl the ball with a bit of height into the goal. It was a very good goal as well, actually, to be honest. But the keeper for me was suspect. And if you have a keeper that's not played a lot of football, then expect some mistakes. So you know what? Overall, I thought throughout the rest of the game, I thought he was half decent, to be honest. He was catching the ball, and I don't think he had many saves to make, but the ones where you think keepers are gonna parry and flop, he saved these shots. So big up to him anyway. Neto on his, and he looked like a goalkeeper that I didn't feel nervous about. Once he made that mistake, I still didn't feel nervous. He still looked like, he can hold the goal. He looks like a big lad. And I thought he was all right. I thought he was good coming out for crosses and stuff like that. And, I thought he done well. In terms of like our midfield, I didn't rate that midfield. I didn't rate our midfield. Once again, Odegaard, I didn't think he done enough. I call that midfield the free marathon runners, because they can run long distances, but you don't see them. Moreno, Odegaard, and Georgie, I'll call him, really lack any kind of dynamism in that midfield. And you can disagree with me, but I just felt that midfield is just rubbish. That midfield ain't going to win you a lot of games in the Premier League, not in the Premier League anyway. It's going to be another criticism on Mourinho. Still not seen much of him. Not very good in tight spaces. Can easily be pressed off the ball. Gives away stupid free kicks at times. With Jorginho, at least with Jorginho, you're going to get some kind of, pass and move. You're going to get something from him. But Mourinho, nah. Odegaard as well. This guy is just overhyped. I don't think he's that good of a player. I don't want to keep hearing the world-class tag. I just think he's not all that. Yes, players can be off form, but this guy just goes hiding too much for me. I'll have to get out the missing carton, milk carton soon. But for me, he's just, I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe it's all the early baby feeding and all that kind of stuff is affecting his play at the moment. I don't know, but something's got to give with this guy. Up top, we had Trossard. He looked lively yesterday, but still, he's not a number 9. He's not going to react like a number 9 at times when it comes to attacking the ball, attacking certain areas within the box. For example, Ranieri switched wings with Sterling, and Ranieri put in a wicked ball, with his right foot, curled a wicked ball into the box. And Trossard's reaction was, he's kind of like moved his body, but really and truly, he should have went to shoot. So I don't know what happened there, but Ranieri was lively all game. All game he was lively, and it's no feat that he got the man of the match from the media, from the Champions League officials. I think he was brilliant yesterday. We're going to talk about his goal in a moment. So, Partey made up for his mistake. He got hacked down from a ball that he was on the edge of the area. He tried to get into the box, and the Girona player kind of lazy tackle, lazy challenged. Partey went down. Penalty to Arsenal. So up steps Jorginho, and you know what? This is the thing with Arsenal as well, is that Saka is our penalty taker, but I would like to see someone else, not just Saka. And Jorginho, I think, is a natural penalty taker anyway. He's a very good penalty taker. Does his little hop and skip, slots it into the right-hand corner, keeper's right-hand corner, 1-1, and we're back in the game. So, as I said earlier, I think this has to be Sterling. This is Sterling's best game in an Arsenal top. I've seen a lot of criticism saying he was this and he was that, but this was his best game. How can you criticize the guy when he's had his best game? He was actually taking on players, twisting them inside, outside. No, he's not going to be good enough going forward, but at least, give him his flowers when he has a good game. And I think yesterday, bar the penalty, I thought this was his best game for the club. I thought he done brilliant. He looked fit. Maybe it's just Girona that's deceiving me, but I thought he played well. I thought he played very well. He was trying to, take on his man, cut inside, go outside, trying to cross, and generally he weren't giving the ball away as much, because previously in other games he would give the ball away way too much. I just felt that he actually contributed much more to this game than he has before. Trossard, still, found good pockets in the area. He had a shot, which I believe, this is based on the highlight. He had a shot he ran into the box, I think. Or the ball came over, he ran into the box and he shot and it hit the crossbar and it just went out. So that was signs that we were getting closer. And then Ranieri, Mr. Ranieri, Ethan. This guy is cold, man. This guy is cold. Yeah. I said he's better than Garnacho. I think he's better than a lot of these players that play the game, not just based on Arsenal bias. You see the way there's certain players out there that that are just good players, that are very good players. Man like Ahmed from Man United, Ethan. These are the players, that are coming up. Yeah, these are going to be the new big boy players, in this league, because they've just got some special talent about them. But anyway, I'm not talking about Ahmed. We're talking about Ethan right now, and that's going to be the comparison next to Ethan and Ahmed, because they both come off the same wing. They're not wingers, but they can play off the wing. So he done this, I think, against was it Bolton? Was it Bolton that we played where he cut in and he just whipped that ball, top bins. He literally done the same. But the thing what he does, is he's so fast in the way he cuts in, that a defender can't get close to him. And his whip on the ball is amazing already. Yeah, the guy's got techers, man. Yeah, the guy is teched up. Yeah, and he's going to be someone that Saka might have to worry about his position with Ethan there, I'm telling you, because even though Saka is the star boy, we've got another star boy in the ranks. And I'm telling you right now, this Ethan's got potential to go to the top. Yeah, he's got the potential. I'm not just gassing it up, because he scored a good goal yesterday. He's been showing levels. He's been showing many levels this season. So yeah, that was a great goal he scored, man. Great goal, and that put us up 2-1. So we're pretty comfortable in the game. Half time comes, we're still getting a lot of chances, but we're just not putting them away. The keeper was done well in goal. Second half, a lot of the same, keeping possession, passing the ball about. I wasn't happy with Odegaard's performance. I wasn't happy with Marino. Big up to Into the Box, man. I hope you're well, my friend. Big up to you, my friend. And I'm gonna mention this because I could be sitting here this morning talking about a 2-2 draw, but the player was offside. But let's look at that passage of play for one moment. Marino has the ball. He puts such a silly pass to Odegaard, who's under pressure. Odegaard falls on the floor like he always does. And then literally they retain possession and pass the ball forward. And now they're on the attack now. And Marino is just like, that's Marino trying to get back to defense like that. And by the time he's took a few steps, they've put a cross into the box. And their player scored. And now it's 2-2, we're thinking, the game's over now. Not game's over, but it's like, it's a draw, do you know what I mean? It's a point and everything. And you know what? We caught life, offside decision. After that, we we continued to play well. You know, we had like the mammoth of the ball possession throughout the game. I think Girona had moments, but we had literally the whole game, I would say. And then we get a penalty, handball. And before anyone says anything, I knew this guy was going to miss. I just knew it in my heart that this guy was going to miss. Do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the Charity FC game where Havertz had a penalty against Bournemouth, but actually Havertz actually scored. I just saw the keeper looking at Sterling like that, and I just knew he was going to save that penalty, man. I just didn't have any confidence in Sterling. I knew Sterling had a great game up till then, but he's not a penalty taker, man. I don't rate him. I don't rate him like that. He had a great game. He played very well, but I'm seeing people giving him daggers. People giving him daggers. Yeah, I was gutted as well, but for me, someone else needs to take that penalty. Give it to Ethan, because I'm confident with Ethan. Anything Ethan touches turns to gold. Give it to Ethan, man, because you know Ethan's gonna bang that in. Confident. But I suppose that was a confidence booster for him as well. So yeah, do you know what? He mentioned Calafiori as well. I think Calafiori was decent. He did get turned a couple of times in the first half, but going forward, and if you look at the way we play now, everyone inverts. Calafiori inverts, you know, Partey inverts. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's inverting. You know, we should be called Invert FC, because everyone wants to invert. You know, the attackers want to invert. It's just Invert FC. So yeah, obviously, you know, we missed that penalty, and then, you know, game finished. And you know, we got the result, and I'm happy with the result at the end of the day. And we go through to the knockout rounds. In terms of player ratings, big up to you, man. In terms of player ratings, let me just go through the comments. You track back and recover well, but too many mistakes, putting it down to you. Yeah. So in terms of player ratings, let's go through each player and get involved, people. Yeah, because I'm not an expert. I'm just gonna it's a predictional rating, isn't it? That's what I'm gonna give. So in goal, Neto. I think he was protected a lot from his back four, so there wasn't much to see from Neto. But I thought at times, apart from that mistake he made in the first half, I thought he was solid. I didn't feel, and I know you might be giving him a low rating into the box, but I didn't feel unconfident. You know, I didn't feel like they was going to score past us. There's only that first chance, but I didn't feel like, oh no, we're in trouble after that goal. So I'm going to give him a 4. It's his first game for Arsenal, nerves and everything. Yeah, actually, let me upgrade it to a 5. I'm going to give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. You know, it's his first game for Arsenal. Obviously, there's nerves, but I thought generally after that mistake, you know, he was catching the ball. You know, he looked, you know, because sometimes goalkeepers, make mistakes, and you know this yourself. Goalkeeper make a mistake, and they don't recover from that. You know, throughout the whole game, they're nervy and everything. I felt he still kept his composure, so I'm going to give him a 5. Let's start with the back. So let's go to Partey. Partey for me, man, he's not a right back. And I feel that we scold him too much for making certain mistakes. He's not a recover. He's not going to recover. He hasn't got pace. Yeah, and every now and again he's going to get caught out by a fast attacker. So um, I thought he played okay. Obviously, he got the penalty to get us back into the game. Bit tenacious. Apart from that, though, I felt it was pretty comfortable. We weren't. I wouldn't say comfortable because he had Danjuma against us, but I'm going to give Partey a 4 because he did get cooked by Danjuma a few times. But it's also the defender needs to cover him as well. Where was Gabriel? Where was Kivior when they scored their first goal? Nowhere to be seen. Only Partey was there. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 4. Moving on, Kivior. To be honest, I didn't really notice any. I didn't even notice any. There's certain players that I don't even notice that are playing. To be honest, did he have a good game? Did he not have a good game? I can't remember anything he done that was outstanding. I didn't even know he started. To be honest, I'll be frank with you. I didn't even know he started. Yeah. So I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I'll give Kivior a 6. Gabriel, my centre back. I've been telling people for a long time now that this guy's world class without the trophies. People laugh at me, but he was solid yesterday, man. He was solid. And whoever partners him, he's going to make it look better. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to give Magalhaes, I'm going to give him a 7.5. That's my rating for Gabriel. Calafiore on the left. This guy gets pelters from a lot of people, and I understand at times because he's not a left back. He's not a left back, but he's also not a. Obviously, he's a centre back, isn't it? Yeah, and he's not a left back. But what he gives you there, in moments, especially when he advances up the pitch, I think is very good. So he can get into pockets and he can shoot. Yeah, he's got a very good shot on him as well. For a centre back, he's very good. Going back to Gabriel as well, I thought he was good on set pieces, but there's a few set pieces that I think he should have scored. Yeah, because we're used to that, seeing Gabriel score from headers now. Yeah, Kivior done decent. He did do decent. That's why I gave him a 6. But Calafiore, he's a different type of defender, innit? He's like this modern defender that attacks. He can play in an attacking team. Going forward. Defensively, not so great, but he did all right. Couple of shots, or I think he had a shot in the second half. The Techers was nice, but obviously it went well wide. But what he gives you as well on that left as well, what Tierney can't do is the invertation. Yeah, if that's a name. He gives you that invertness where you can invert, drop a shoulder, play it to the left, and keep the ball moving. And I thought he done well there. So I'm going to give him a 6.5 for Calafiore. Midfield. I call the midfield the joggers, the marathon runners. Let's start with Odegaard. Let's start with Odegaard. For me, Odegaard's he flatters to deceive. He absolutely flatters to deceive. For the amount of money, do you know what? Havertz gets bullet share from us, yeah. But why doesn't Odegaard get more? He's the captain as well. He was just, I don't think he was that good at all. Maybe in the second half, he was playing a couple of balls over the top and doing this. But for me, I think this guy needs to offer much more in the game. You know, I didn't think he was great at all. I didn't think he was that good. You know, there's players out there who are much better than him. But for me, I'm going to give him a 5. I don't think he was good. I don't think he was good. And I'm sticking with that. You know, if I could give him lower, I'll give him lower. I don't think it was that great. Jorginho, again, another jogger. But with Jorginho, you can see he's trying in it. You know, we know his ability is limited. You know, we know he can't turn. You know, he turns like molasses. You know, like a tree. You know, we know he can't do certain things. But what he does well is that he passes the ball well. You know, so I'm going to give Jorginho a 6. On to San Marino. I need to find a name for this guy. Herman. I'll call him Herman, man. Who's the guy in the Addams family? What's his name? Who's the guy in the Addams family? That guy. The Addams family. Who's the Frankenstein brother? Is his name Herman or something? Let me see. That's his name, man. The Addams family. Let me see I'm sure it's Herman, isn't it? What's his name? Is it Lurch? Did they call him Lurch? Is it Lurch they call him? What do they call the guy Frankenstein in Addams family? Anyone know? Lurch, yeah. That's his name, Lurch, mate. Lurch. This guy, yeah. Can't do nothing in confined spaces. When pressed, just, it's awful. He's awful. I'm supposed to be seeing something now from this guy now. I'm supposed to be seeing something from this guy. He's clumsy. He's big. He fouls too much for my liking. Give him time, they say. How much time do we have to give this guy? He's definitely not a starter for me. You know, definitely not a starter for me. Squad player, but I thought he was horrible yesterday. I thought he stunk yesterday. So Lurch, I'm giving you a 3. I thought he was horrible yesterday. He didn't control the midfield. You know, you was getting run up on from, you know, these little techie midfielders. You're getting bullied in midfield. So you're going to get a disappointing, did I say 4 or 3? You're getting a 3. I'm giving you a 3. Let's move up to the forwards. So let's start with Trossard first. Trossard was lively, but once again, he's not a number 9. So it's not going to be natural to him. It's not going to come natural to him, isn't it? So he's not going to play like a number 9. But what he did, I thought his movement was good. You know, he had a few chances, but His instinct obviously wasn't there for a number 9. There was a cross from Ranieri which hit his side, but he didn't adjust his body well enough, because if he had literally just done something else, the ball would have went in and he would have got a goal. He hit the crossbar as well in the first half as well. And generally, he was trying. I'm not going to fault that. I thought he was okay. And let's be honest, yeah, these guys packed up their midfield. I mean, their defense as well, innit? They had like a mid-low block at times, innit, where they just weren't letting no one through. So Trossard, as a number, whatever he is, would have found it difficult to score anyway. But I thought he was industrious. I thought he worked hard, and he was on the left, he was on the right, he was through the centre, he was trying all different things, and that was good yesterday as well. The front three were moving about, moving positions. You don't usually see this with Arteta's front three. They don't usually rotate. So maybe this is something that can be implemented, or it's something that they decided to do on the pitch. So keep an eye out on that, because Ranieri was on the right, then he was on the left, then he was coming through the centre. You know what I'm saying? So keep an eye on that, people, because that's how we should be playing. Anyway, Trossard, I'm going to give him. I'm going to give Trossard a 7. Yeah, because I thought he worked well. I think he worked hard. I think sometimes if you don't get a goal, but you work extremely hard for your teammates, then you know what, props up to you. And I think, I'm going to give him a 7. On to man like Sterling, man like Meg. This guy, best performance this season. I'm seeing Sterling doing the drop a shoulder and going past players on the wing, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get to that byline. Obviously, his crosses are dead, but do you know what? He was causing them issues. This brother was causing them, man, issues, yeah. I'm not going to twerk for Sterling, yeah, but he played well. He played well, yeah. The only thing that he didn't do is score a penalty. But the rest of his game, passing, dribbling, moving into space, I thought I was seeing Sterling in a Man City shirt yesterday. Just put it that way. I thought he was wearing sky blue yesterday, because that's the Sterling that I wanted to see, and that's the Sterling that I saw last night. And even Sterling at City probably misses penalties anyway, but his all-round game was top. So I'm going to give, do you know what? I was going to give Sterling man of the match, for his performance. I thought he played very good. But one player we have to talk about. Sorry, let me give Sterling his points. I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give Sterling an 8. Come at me all you want. Sterling's getting an 8. Because I thought he was excellent last night. And throughout the whole game, he caused problems. They had to keep fouling him. Just put it that way. Obviously, that penalty which he died for, I thought that was a little bit. But it is what it is. He got a yellow card and all that kind of stuff. But apart from that, it was great. On to Starboy. Yeah. Starboy version 2.0. This guy's special, man. I've been saying, to play this guy. Ranieri has no fear. No fear. This guy, I'm going to gas him up now. I don't care about what anyone says. Yeah, I'm gassing up my player right now. Left foot, right foot, shot, technique, dribbling, This guy's got it all. Obviously, we ain't seen him what he's like in the air, but I don't care about that. Was Messi great in the air? No, he wasn't. I'm not comparing him to Messi, by the way, but I'm just telling you, this guy, yeah, it's not the first time we've seen that type of goal he scored, yeah. He has a knack about him, yeah, where he's so sharp and so quick with that left foot. You see me? No, you don't. Yeah, that left foot jink, yeah. He's just so well ahead of his time, this player. Jinks it inside, bangs it, yeah, close it, yeah. Look at my hand. Keeper's like, why am I even bothering? Yeah. What a goal. Outside of the box. Beautiful goal. This guy, I'm telling you, this guy, Ethan, man. Yeah. What a player. What a player. Skelly as well. Big up to Nathan in the building, man. Big up, man. Who's the man who brought MLS and Ethan Herrera into the team? Can't remember his name. I think he's from Spain. Can't remember his name. Only you know his name, my friend. But I'm doing my score ratings on the players, not the manager, right now. But yeah, Ranieri's getting a 9. I thought he was industrious all game. I thought he put in some crucial crosses. He was up and down the pitch, running back, defending, hassling their defenders. You know, you would even see him, drop into the center as well at times. Yeah, this guy, I'm telling you, man, we need him fit for the rest of the season. Do you know what? I would want him to start on Sunday, but obviously that's another conversation we can have leading up to the game. But for me, this player, I'm not even saying potential right now. I'm saying this player, yeah, he's got it all. And he's going to go far with Arsenal, barring injuries. I think Ranieri is generational. A new generational talent we have at Arsenal called Ranieri. And I think he's going to go to the top. I listen, I don't usually gas up players that much, man. But I think this guy, if he's protected, yeah, I think he's going to go to the top. Big up to DW2. Should I say, don't waste a tweet, as my friend Views would often say. But yeah, that's kind of like my 2 pence on the game yesterday. Don't forget to comment. Let me know your thoughts if you're watching this back on playback. Do you know what? We didn't play our full team, but we got the job done, and that's what counts at the end of the day. We got the job done. Yeah. I'm happy to see. Oh yeah, so the subs that came on, they done all right. Timber, Rice came on. I thought Rice was good as well. Timber was decent. Who else came on as well? I can't remember. Let me just see. I can't remember who else. Who else came on? Help people, man. Martinelli came on and Skelly came on as well. I thought Skelly done a beautiful tackle in the second half where they was on the break and he just wrapped his foot around and just tackled the guy and got the ball out. And yeah, that was it. Do you know what? Skelly's a big lad, isn't he? He's a big lad, isn't he? He's a very big lad for his age, man. He's definitely gonna be a powerhouse in that midfield going forward. I'd love to see him as a DM at some point. Ethan Carbon copy Bukayo's goal. Yeah, absolute baller, definitely. Yeah. Leo spanking the bar. Yeah, I spoke about that earlier in the first half. But yeah, it was a good game, people. Into the knockout rounds now, last 16, I believe. And yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep winning games. I'm going to do a preview on the City game at some point. Maybe I'll do it on Friday evening with my boy Onami. We might do a preview on the game. And yeah, we can talk about that game as well. And, you know, come on, you Gunners, people. But listen, make sure you smash up the likes, people. Don't be shady. Don't be shy. Give your boys some love. And comment. Make a comment, you know. Tell me, you know, if you agree with what I said. If you don't agree with me, then you know what? Do your thing. But big up to Into the Box. I hope everything goes as planned today. And I'm looking forward to hearing the news from you, my friend. And listen, God bless to everyone in the chat. Make sure you go and subscribe to DWTT here as well. My boy from the States. DWT, Gary, we need to talk because we need to do a show, my friend. We need to do a show. So send me a WhatsApp or something, man. Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Let's actually do the City preview together. What are you saying, my guy? I'll drop you a text later on today anyway. I know it's early in the morning for you. But big up to Nathan, big up to Into the Box, big up to DWT, and big up to those that's going to be watching this later. Sayonara, my people, and have a great day. We out.